What's going on? So I just got through watching that Milwaukee Brooklyn game seven. That was crazy. I said things about Giannis. He came up big tonight though. He shut me up. I have to give that dude his due. He scored 40. He had some free throws. He was tired, but he held on and he couldn't be stopped when he was going with that drive and that spin move. He came. Chris Middleton was killing it with that middle with that short range shot. Um, they played, but Kevin Durant is still the best player in the NBA. 48 points, and he was just a toe from a three that would have won the game at the end of regulation. He balled out. James Harden got to give him his due. He came up big, he wasn't 100%. I don't even know if he was 70%. It was just one of those, it was one of those games you didn't want to see no one go home, because that felt like the team that's going out of the East that's going to the finals. That was a heavyweight fight. That's one of the best basketball games I've seen in a while because it was slugfest, and Giannis and Durant were battling, you know. I don't know Kevin Durant. I don't know what else he could have done. I mean, you for 48 points, you play all those minutes. I mean, he's been bringing it. He's been balling at a higher level. But Milwaukee did just enough of a little bit. Drew Holiday came up with some big shots. They hit some big plays. They came up with just enough rebounds, blocks. They just did just enough to pull it out. And it goes to show you there ain't much that separates these teams, especially when you're coming up with the heaviness. But I would have loved to see Durant go on. I think that's being real. I would have loved to see Durant go on. This been a real strange year. You don't have LeBron, you don't have Steph Curry, you don't have Kevin Durant. You get spoiled because they've been the three most important players of the past decade, and just think that three of those guys will not be participating in this finals is kind of strange when you think about it, especially when you consider their impact. But it's just one of them things. But that was a heck of a game. You got to tip your cap to Milwaukee. Giannis ball. They won. They won on the road, game seven. So they'll be ready for the Philadelphia Atlanta winner. And this was a really classic game. This had everything. It was balanced out. Balanced out. So Milwaukee came up big. You know, like I said, I would like to see Durant do it, but I thought Milwaukee was really the better team. I mean, realistically, they blew that game five. They beat them up game six, and they were in this game. So when you think about it, Milwaukee pretty much outplayed Brooklyn. I'd say probably four of them games clearly. And the fifth game, which they won at home, which was game four, they were fortunate because Durant hit that three and they could have had enough to win that game. But when you look at I was game three, so the better team won. But it was a slugfest, and you just didn't want to see anyone go home. But yeah, you got to tip your cap both to Giannis and to Durant. That was, and Giannis called Durant the best player in the NBA, and he tipped his cap to him because he knows Durant's one of the few people that can go toe to toe with him style wise, and Durant beat you in so many ways. I want to see Durant get another ring again. Because I think that guy's got a lot of body of work left still. He's gonna be adding to his legacy. He was incredible. Respect to his mom being at the game and everything, but just wasn't in the car. At the end, Blake Griffin balled in this series too. PJ Tucker came up big. You know, Brook Lopez did his thing. That was just, you know. Anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about the Milwaukee, Brooklyn game seven. My final thoughts and takes. I do expect the Nets to be healthy, come back next year. I do think they have to get some interior, and I think they'll add a piece, and I definitely think they'll contend. But injuries came up, and that's in a nutshell. Who can stay healthy can cost you. That's the difference right there, basically, because health has been during the COVID pandemic this whole past year. Health played a big part with how crazy the NBA turned out, and everybody who picked Lakers and picked Brooklyn and what have you, yeah, it didn't turn out that way, you know. So we'll see. Anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about this game seven, and your feelings about Giannis and Durant, what you think, Chris Middleton, James Harden, and all everybody that participated, what you think, and what would have been different if Kyrie had been playing. Please hit the like, to subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And this game 7, it lived up to the hype. I'm out.